How to pitch successfully on a webinar. Webinar marketing is one of those areas of online marketing which you just have to get into right now. There are big benefits from being able to present material directly to prospects. This means that they can interact with you. They can ask and answer questions. You can also pitch to them, with the advantage of being able to handle objections live on the webinar itself. But which method of pitching is most appropriate for you and best meets your style? This article explores the different possibilities for you to consider. The first method that you can use to pitch on a webinar is simply to use the whole webinar as one extended pitch with an absolute minimum amount of content being delivered. For this approach, you'd probably want to spend an extended amount of time introducing yourself and the problem that your product or service is solving. Give some outline details of the solution, or, even better, a live demo of it, but make sure not to give the answer away. That way, people become duty-bound to purchase whatever you are selling. A second option is to provide an entirely content-rich webinar, with an absolute minimum of selling, or alternatively none at all. This might sound counterintuitive after all. How can you make money on a webinar without selling anything? The answer is to be subtle about it. By using your own products as examples of things that can be achieved, you will be able to subtly slip links into your webinar. If you have a large crowd, a number of them will check out the links, and you should make some sales. I prefer an approach somewhere in the middle of these two streams, with a mixture of good content, as well as a clear pitch at the end. I would always suggest that there should be more content than pitch. That's quite acceptable, as you've delivered this quality content for free, so this authorizes you to take a few minutes to pitch. No one on the webinar should complain if you follow this approach. Whichever you choose, now is an excellent time to get into using webinars to pitch. It's important to get as much practice in as possible, as this can be challenging to people who are not used to selling live. There is no escaping behind the written word. If you do find it difficult, why not start with the subtle approach? You can also take a balanced approach or pitch exclusively. This all depends on the audience of your webinar and the product or service that is being offered.